everyone, and on today's show, we are about, I want to say, a little while from the anniversary of the first release of the first Windows 10 technical preview, 9841. So I thought, you know what? Why not look through it after all these years? Worst that could happen is it could crash. So, after modifying my BIOS date a little bit in VMware Tools to 2014, I decided to go ahead and just let this go. Oh. Okay, so... well, looks like that caught up quickly. It is currently, it appears the BIOS date's caught up to 2018. So, yeah, I guess that's a thing. So, anyways, today we are looking at Windows 10 build 9841. Now, this was the first Windows 10 build released for public beta testing on October 1st, 2014. And frankly, the fact that I had to apply a tactic of, that is often used for Windows Vista to actually get this to work. So, we're going to go ahead and look through it really quickly, because there's no telling how long this thing's going to hold out. So first off, you have the Start menu. Very, very basic Start menu. You can drag it up and make it a little bigger. You can't drag it out until later builds, which later went on to be known as Continuum. But frankly, it just feels so weird looking at it after all this time and just thinking, wow, this is how it looks. And this came off the rails of Windows 8.1, so... oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you that one. Let's see. Is this one gonna open? What about you? You? Ah, shucks. Well, unfortunately, it looks like many of the apps no longer work, which is kind of unfortunate. This computer isn't connected to a network. Let's avoid that, shall we? So here you have some icons, which, honestly, many of these didn't go on to actually stick with Windows 10 as it is. But frankly, I'm not super surprised about that. Of course, there's a little Internet Explorer shortcut. God. Oh man, that's just hilarious to look at. Let's see here. Ooh, you have a little early sidebar going on here for networks. Now, I had to disconnect from the network. I had to disconnect this from the internet because it was basically getting it stuck in a login loop of sorts. Here you have a little search box, which would go on to be Cortana in later builds. And finally, you have Task View, which showed up even back then. And what it allows you to do is just, well, open up some random thing. And, well, you could basically just clear it off. Pretty interesting way to go about that. Now, as far as other measures go, I don't think I can open PC settings in this, which is, yeah, unfortunately. Dang it, that kind of sucks. I can't do that. What a bummer. Now, I'm pretty sure if I were to install this on my main laptop, as it is right now, I'm sure we wouldn't get these kind of errors. But frankly, it's not really worth the risk to try and do that, because this build is years and years and years old. So naturally, it's not going to work right anymore. As you can see here, element not found means that most of these apps are virtually useless. But, oh well, can't really be helped. Let's see here. Ah, poop. Yep, element not found. Now, clearly Now, let me try and get out of this really quickly. Let's get out full screen here and put this off to the side and just to have regular Windows 10 as it is right now over here. So, let's go ahead and close you and have you like this. So basically, this is what Windows 10 looked like back then versus a retail release nowadays. Your start menu, relatively the same, except you can expand it. And rather obnoxiously, all the apps actually work. Of course, if you were to, I don't know, let's see, Windows Sign R. Ah, cool, at least Run still works. Yeah, you have this back when. Of course, it expired back in April 15th of 2015, so if you're wondering why your build most likely doesn't work anymore, it's most likely because it time-bombed on you, so it won't work anymore. As such, here you have the search bar, which again went on to be Cortana, versus the boxy one. Internet Explorer became optional, like you won't find it on the regular setup anymore unless you really look into it. Instead, we wound up with the Edge browser instead, which didn't show up until other builds. And of course, somehow, albeit kind of lightly, you can run Internet Explorer if you're prepared to be patient. As such, if you do plan on installing this thing, you should probably install it knowing the fact that you most likely won't be using much of it. Of course, that really depends if you install it in a virtual machine or not, but as you can see here, many of the apps don't work anymore, and frankly, it's just kind of a bummer. But hey, somehow Paint still works. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and end this little video here. I know there really isn't much to show anymore, but like I said, as it currently stands, it doesn't work anymore. Let's see here, volume. Wow. Guess that's one thing that really didn't. That's one thing that kind of went meh. So, with that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and I will see you all next time. Have a good day.